share with you guys a little bit about Angela. Angela is a busy mom of 3, but here's this, guys. She is a famous producer. She has won awards for being a television producer. I'm super excited to interview her. She is in my state that I call my second home. She lives in New York City, here in Brooklyn. She has been here for a year, and she is absolutely crushing it. She's got a huge customer pod. She is platinum, which if you don't know what platinum is, it's 3,000 points in sales. You can do the math. She earns a great commission, and she is crushing her business. Angela, are you going to share with us everything, a little bit about you, what brought you to Modere, and how you're having so much success? So, Angela, can you hear me?
I sure can. Can you hear me?
I can. I'm so excited. If you could tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to Modere. And
all right. So as you mentioned, I am a mom of 3. I'm a wife. I am an Emmy award-winning television producer. I've been in television for the last 23 years. I still work full-time, but I entered the space of network marketing about 4 years ago. Someone introduced me to network marketing. I said, why not? I thought it was the perfect combination alongside my full-time income to just add more. As we all know, adding extra streams of income to our funnel is crucial, especially in today's world. I was with my previous company for 3 years. I left, and I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary with Modere, and coming over here has been the best decision I ever made. There were a few reasons why I said yes to the opportunity at Modere. The biggest one was systems. Guys, the systems that our leaders have in place for us are hands down the best, but more importantly, so simple, right? We want to keep it simple for when we're bringing new leaders on. We want to have systems in place that are easy for them to follow. There's nothing worse than coming to a new company and the system just being so convoluted, or like with my previous company, not really having a system. And to be honest with you, their system was just throw spaghetti to the wall and see what sticks. And that no longer worked for me after 3 years. I wasn't growing. And guys, coming over to Modere in this 1 year, I've been able to hit milestones that I've never been able to hit in the 3 years that I was with my previous company. So coming over here has just been a huge game changer. Let's not forget to mention the fact that you can build a customer business, a team business, or both. Our dual compensation plan is far and few in this industry. So I said yes a year ago, and I have never looked back.
I love that. And can you tell us a little bit about what are some of the things that are working for you? Do you build on social media? How are you building? I would love to know the systems that you personally are implementing that are working for you.
Of course. So obviously, listen, the guys and girls who've been in network marketing for over 20 years, they had it really hard. There was no social media. We have platforms. We have a plethora of social media platforms that we get to advertise our business for free. But when it comes to social media, you can't just throw up a post and not post again for a month and think people are going to come to you. You have to be consistent. So one of the things in being consistent is you must be a product of the product. I love our liquid collagen. So I'll go on video every day, same video, just taking my liquid collagen. Why? Because I want people to see that I'm doing it, and I don't miss a day. So people know when they go to my stories and they go to my feed, one of the videos they know they can look forward to is me taking my collagen. And to be honest with you, this is how I built my business. I solely focus on the collagen and skincare because that's what drew me to the company. I love those particular products, and so I focus more on those products. Now, it's not to say that I don't have customers who are using some of our other amazing products, but I'm solely focused on building with the collagen and skincare. So I would definitely say social media is a huge tool, but you have to be consistent. And you can't just rely on social media. You have to pick up the phone and do your reach outs, right? I tell people on my team, including myself, a minimum for me of 10 reach outs every day and 10 follow-ups. 10 reach outs, 10 follow-ups. And people may say, well, how do you know who to reach out to? Like, who do you reach out to? Listen, if anyone comes and checks out your story, they've entered your store. That's an opportunity for you to reach out to them. Hey, thank you so much for checking out my story. Were you just showing support, or are you interested in learning more about what I do? That's a reach out. And follow up. Follow up is in the fortune. So many people miss out on customer sales and or people joining the team because they don't follow up. Listen, you are going to have to touch people between 7 and 12 times to sometimes make a purchase, and even more so when they're thinking about joining the team. So following up is key. So social media is a must. Consistency, doing your reach outs, can't get around that. And just remembering that you have to follow up. They're not going to come to you. It's your job, and that's good customer service, to follow up.
I love that. And you've said a few things that I think everybody really needs to hear. Number one, you're not just waiting for people to come to you. You've got the leads coming in, and I want you guys to think about this, right? Somebody watches your story. They watched all 5 stories. They didn't swipe, right? They kept watching. That shows that they're interested. Conversations equal money. I love that you said that. It's why I call it the $1 million messenger, because truly I have built my business not just posting up a story and hoping that somebody comes to me, but having the conversation. The person that has the most conversations are the people that are having the most success, right? And also, I love, Angela, that you mentioned that you really focus on our collagen and our skincare, right? And that you know that you are now the collagen skincare lady to your entire audience. And so if you guys are just throwing up stories about, I love that Modere has all of these products that we have so that we can choose what fits right for us. But try focusing on 1 or 2 products and putting those same products consistently on your social media. Because eventually what's going to happen is people are going to start to see the same thing, and then they're going to have to, go back and be like, what is that? Because they are going to need multiple touch points in order to maybe reach out to you or you reach out to them. Angela, I love the strategy and the words that you were saying. Can you share a little bit more about your process of like what happens when you do a reach out and how you get somebody from a viewer to maybe taking a look at the products or even joining your team? What are some of the words that you use?
So I think, when I do reach out to them, the key is starting with the business, right? Because chances are they're probably going to say no, and then you can easily default to the product. But if you lead with the products and they're not interested in the products, there's a high percentage chance they're not going to be interested in the business, right? I know a lot of people have their own way of doing it, but I feel this sort of works because it's an easy default. So I always just say, listen, just be normal about it, right? Like, we're in this business. I'm proud to be in this business. I'm not ashamed in this business. I really don't care what anyone thinks. And so me presenting the opportunity, I feel, is a blessing to that person. It's my job to share. It's not my job to make the decision. So when I go into it, it's simply, hey, thanks for checking out my story. Are you interested in learning more about what I do? Have you ever thought about adding extra streams of income, into your household? I'm not sure where you're at right now, but I thought this opportunity would be a great fit for you. And see, the thing is when you're explaining the opportunity, you want to let the people know what's in it for them, right? A lot of times we are so excited about the business and how it's benefited us that we want to tell them everything that we love about the business and everything that we've gained from the business. But what we're missing is we're missing a key crucial step, and that is sharing what's in it for them. And see, a lot of people miss that point because they're not having the conversation. In order for you to know what their pain points are, what they're struggling with, how this business can benefit them specifically, you have to have the conversation. And see, a lot of people don't want to have the conversation, and that's part of, listen, we are in network marketing, so you have to network. There's no way around it. And so once I've had the conversation and I ask questions, because listen, everyone loves to talk about themselves, right? And so once I find out, okay, this mother has concerns because she's about to lose her job, I know her pain point is money. I know for some people in conversation, they're looking for community. So I bring up that, we have an amazing community. For some people, they want the accolades, the camaraderie, the free trips. So I'll focus on that. But I can't get to that point unless I have the conversation. So, guys, the biggest step is really getting to know your prospect so that you can let them know how this business will benefit them. So that, I think, is really crucial and key. And then here's the thing. I just want to guide them to a decision, that whether that decision is yes or no. It's not my job to decide. It is my job to just guide them to a decision either way, so that if they're not interested, I can get them off my list and focus on other people who may be interested in this opportunity.
I love that. I love it. It's so simple. And so here's the thing. I want you guys to write this down. Be more interested than interesting, right? When I started to ask questions and be more interested in the people that I was talking to versus more interesting and sharing all about me and what the business has done for me and yada, 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 I've been able to build a massive team of duplication because exactly what Angela said, I know what their pain points are and I know how to solve their problems, right? Because I've been a good listener and I've been able to ask questions versus what I like to say, having diarrhea of the mouth, where I spill everything, because that just deterred people and had people walking away from me because they're like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. So be more interested and more interested than interesting. I love that, Angela. Do you have any last tips before I bring on Christy over here?
I would just say, guys, again, we have such amazing systems in place, but the key is to really utilize them. Don't skip steps. We have an amazing short little video, 5 Reasons Why. You want to make sure for everyone that's interested, they're watching that video, and you always want an ATM, whether it's in the Live Clean Tribe group or our business group. You don't want to skip those steps. These steps have been proven. They work, and sometimes we try to, navigate our own way and try to make up and reinvent. There's no need to do that here. Everything has been laid out for us, and I would say plug in. Any trainings, this company does a plethora of trainings, plug in. They do a lot of live events. We have our little summits and then our convention, and I'll be going to the New Leader Conference next month, which I'm super excited about. Getting to those events is crucial. You learn from some of the top leaders, and you also get to network with other people in the company who you probably, are not on your team, and you can learn from them. So I would definitely just say, do not skip steps. Do not miss out on the ATMing. Also, the 3-way calls, getting your upline and any other person that can help you. And it's not to close the deal, but it's so that they can share their story and help the person that, is interested in joining the business, how this business could work for them. So don't skip the steps. They're here for us. They're simple, and make sure you utilize them.
I love it. Thank you so much, Angela. I love all of your tips. I have next